Welcome all of you again in this video in which we will be learning how to perform the experiment number 4, that is to verify the Thevenin theorem for T and pi network for the paper DSE 604B. Again, the aim of our experiment is to verify the Thevenin's theorem for T and pi network. As you have already learnt about the Thevenin theorem in your theory, so I will not go to explain that. Now, the circuit diagram for the T network that you can see is here, in which there is a power supply and the three resistance boxes, three resistances R1, R2 and R3. They are connected in T, and a load will be connected here. So this is the simplest T network diagram, circuit diagram. Now we have to realize this practically. So, and also for this T network, when we find the Thevenin's equivalent circuit, it is like this: ETH, and for the T network we will replace that one with RTH, and RL will be there as it is. Now, as you have already learned, ETH for the T network will be R3 divided by R1 plus R3 multiplied by E, and RTH will be equal to R2 plus R1 and R3 in parallel, that is R1 R3 divided by R1 plus R3. That first of all we will realize this circuit. The resistances will be in the form of resistance boxes, and it has to be connected accordingly. Now that E, the power supply, here we will be using the 12 volt power supply, as you can see, 12 volt power supply, and we will connect a rheostat. As voltage divider, so that we can fix the voltage at a particular value. You can see I have connected the rheostat, and from that I have kept it at 10 volt. Let it be at 10 volt. Okay. The next, as you know, the R1, R2 and R3, they are in the form of resistance boxes and are connected accordingly. Here you can see the resistance boxes. I have kept it also in the form of T, and then the accordingly the connection has been made so that it works as a T network. This one is the load resistance RL, that is also in the form of resistance box. Now, in between the T network and the load resistance, we have connected an milliammeter, but here we are using the multimeters, so we select the proper range, and you can see the reading is giving 51.4. I have kept it in the 200 milliampere range. Now this is a DC connection, so we have to keep in mind that if we are using the multimeter, then we have to keep the knob in the DC meter. Here you can see a DC bar sign is there. So A is the ammeter, where I have selected 200 milliampere range. Now, in this experiment, first of all, we keep the voltage at 10 volt and take all the resistances in the T network to be 500 ohm. 500 ohm, R1, R2 and R3 as 500 ohm, and we make a table like this. RL, which we will vary, and will note down the circuit current here. First it is for the T network, and then when the Thevenin equivalent will be calculated, and that current for the different load resistances we will note down. Now, I have kept all the resistance boxes for the T network, the 3 at 500. You can see the dot here, that is in 500 with a multiplier 100. Accordingly, the 3 has been set. Here you can see in the load resistance, it is 0. All the 3 are at 0. Now I make it at 100. And we will note down the current, which you can see is it's varying somewhat. It is 45.1. So we will note down here, it is 45.1. Next, I make the load resistance at 200 ohm, and the current you can see is 40.8. Again, it is noted 40.8. Then it is made to 300. And you can see it is 37.0, 400, it is 33.8, and 500, it is 31.1. So we have taken 5 readings for different values of load resistance, and now we calculate the Thevenin equivalent for this circuit, which you can see here. For 500 ohm, if you calculate according to this equation, ETH equal to R3 by R1 plus R3, both are 500. 500 divided by 1000 multiplied by 10, which is equal to 5 volt. So ETH is 5 volt, and RTH, it will be 500 plus, if you calculate this one with 500, it will be 250. So overall it is 750. That you can see here, ETH is 5 volt and RTH is 750 volt. Now we will connect the Thevenin equivalent circuit. We will realize this practically. So again, the voltage divider connection is there with the power supply. One resistance box we have kept for RTH, and the other one as load resistance. It has been connected. This is the most simple connection, as you can see. Most simple connection, they are connected in series, and only one ammeter is connected here. Milliammeter is connected here. So the connection is complete. Now we change the voltage to equal to the Thevenin value, that is 5 volt. So we shift the knob and of the rheostat and make the voltage to be 5 volt, which is the Thevenin equivalent. So it has been made 5 volt, and now we change the value of this load resistance and will note down the reading. So I make it at 100 ohm, and take the reading. I take pardon because I am starting it again. I have fixed the voltage at 5 volt. Then we make the resistance RTH, that is, we have calculated it is to be 750. So we make it 700 and then 50. 750. We will check whether the voltage has changed or not. It is nearly 5 volt. It's quite okay. Then we go for taking the reading of the current. Here, when we make it at 100, the current we find is 45.6. So again we will note it down under the heading ITH. It is 45.6. When it is 200, the value is 40.9. 300, it is 37.1. 400, it is 34.0. 500, it is 31.4. So you can observe that the values of the current are nearly equal, which verifies the Thevenin's theorem for this T network with 500 ohm in each and E10 volt. Similarly, you have to take two other sets with R1, R2 and R3 equal to 300 ohm, and again you have to do the experiment, and by changing the load resistance you have to note down the circuit current. And the third set you can take R1, R2, R3 equal to 100 ohm. That you have to do. So to prove the Thevenin's theorem or to verify it, you have to take 3 sets of readings, 3 sets for T network as well as 3 sets for pi network. Now for pi network, this is the pi network with R1, R2 and R3. They are connected like this. Across R3 in parallel load resistance is given, and across R1 the power supply is given. So again you have to make a voltage divider connection and then connect the pi network and the load resistance with a ammeter here, so that we can find the circuit current. You have to connect an ammeter. The Thevenin equivalent for the pi network, as you have already studied, it is ETH is equal to R3 by R2 plus R3, and RTH is R2 parallel R3, that is R3 R2 divided by R3 plus R2. Again, you have to take those three sets for the pi network also, or at least two sets. As you can see here, the observation table has been made like this. You can also make it like this: the E, then R1, R2 and R3, RL, I. So it will be with the T network or the pi network. You have to take the reading. Now in this one it is 12 volt and all are at 100 ohm. Then RL is changed according to 50, 100, 150 like ohms like that, and the current in milliampere has been noted down. Now 12's equivalent, Thevenin equivalent E is 6 volt as for the T network. You can see the RTH for 100 it will be 150, and again with all those 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, for all those load resistance you have to note down the currents. Similarly, the second set is for 200 ohm, the third set is 300 ohm. In this video I have taken 500 ohm and has verified the Thevenin's theorem. Similarly, for pi network also you have to take at least two. 300 ohm, here it is 300 ohm, and 500 ohm sets. The three resistances R1, R2 and R3. Current, you will change the load and the current is to be noted down. Then you have to make the Thevenin equivalent circuit. Accordingly, calculated values will be fixed, and then load resistance will be changed as you have changed in the pi network, and the current is to be noted down. That you have to do. When they are in close approximation, then we will say the values of the current in the pi network and the Thevenin equivalent. If they are in close approximation with each other, then we will say that the Thevenin's theorem is verified. So for in the result you will write, for both T and pi networks Thevenin's theorem is verified. Thank you.